In English, a distinction is recognized between black and white witches. The former could hurt but not help. Their power was only one of mischief. White witches were honest, harmless practitioners of sorcery. In Gaelic, there are no names corresponding to black and white witches, but the distinction indicated is well known. Those to whom the name Buidsiach, witch, properly applies, could only do harm. They raised storms, drowned people, took the milk from cows, etc., etc. There were others who by magic charms cured disease in man and beast, bestowed luck, warded off dangers real and imaginary, and secured various benefits to those who resorted to them. One or more such wise people were to be found in every district, and any accusation of witchcraft, of dabbling in forbidden arts, or of being in league with the devil would be indignantly resented by them. On the contrary, as in the case of a shepherd in Upper Argyllshire who was much resorted to for the magic cure of cattle, they claimed that their powers were given for a good purpose and to counteract the powers of evil. The machinery by which they secured these blessings to humanity consisted of rhymes or incantations, rites and ceremonies, plants and stones of virtue, observance of propitious seasons, etc. The use of these could only lead indirectly to harm by fostering a spirit of credulity and preventing inquiry into natural causes. The words or rhymes were praiseworthy commendations addressed to various saints, and the rites were harmless and merely trifling. This kind of superstition still prevails among the lower ranks of society to an almost incredible extent in the South as well as in the Highlands, and wise people are resorted to for the cure of obscure ailments, by many of whom such folly might be little suspected. The general name for trifling superstitious observances of the kind is gisriag. The different kinds are known as eolas, knowledge, for the cure of disease, orad, gilding, for securing gifts and graces, sian or siun, for protection from danger, and zoisgul, gospel, for weak minds. The rhymes contain internal evidence of having come from Roman Catholic times. The invocation of the Trinity and the saints, particularly Saint Bride and Saint Columba, Saint Michael and Saint Peter, is common to them all, and whatever be their merit as expressions of piety, they certainly convey no idea of traffic with the powers of evil. The Aeolus knowledge was a charm for the cure of sickness in person or beast. It consisted of a rhyme muttered over the sick person and over water to be drunk by or sprinkled over the sick animal. To render it more impressive, its use was accompanied by trifling little ceremonies, such as making the sign of the cross yawning, making up mysterious multicolored strings, getting particular kinds of water on particular days, dipping stones of virtue in water, and similar mummeries. Its object was a good one, and this much can be said in its favor, that if it did not cure, it did not kill. The ills for which the Aeolus was used are generally transitory in their nature, as toothache, bruises, sprains, etc., and improvement or cure, following soon after its performance, kept alive a belief in the efficacy of the incantation. Not a word of any kind was to be spoken by the person going for an Aeolus till he came home again, to anyone but the wise person. This was because Elisha, when he sent his servant before him to the Shunammite woman, commanded him not to speak on the way. If thou meet any man, salute him not, and if any salute thee, answer him not again. On the way, the messenger must take up quarters for the night before the sun goes down, and no spinning or reading is allowed. There is more probability of the charm becoming efficacious if they enter no house and take no meat. The rhymes were usually found in the possession of old women of the humblest class, to whom a meal or small present from a more affluent neighbor for a bottle of water and a harmless rhyme is a welcome gift. These old women, it may be said in every case, believe in the efficacy of the charm as much as those who resort to them, but while the whole company and its proceedings afford good grounds for ridicule, indignation fairly attach themselves only to those who go to seek such foolish cures for sickness. The excuse of the poor white witch is to be found in the pressure of want and the relief which the Gaelic saying truthfully but coarsely embodies. Smath an spors a leonas brew. It is good fun that fills the belly,